The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
This is the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Good morning. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor. Hello, and how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
Well, I had a little bit of a challenge getting here today.
Really? Mm-hmm. So did I.
Every once in a while, this happens to me, but today this was exceptional. So I need to talk about it, and I need to work through this. Okay.
Good. All right.
So I was approaching a red light. I got into the left lane. Left lane turns left, and the right lane goes either straight or right.
Correct.
Okay. So I was approaching this red light. Car sits in the right lane. I come up and I'm in the left lane to take a left. Mm-hmm. Right. Blink around and everything. Light turns green.
He decides he wants to go left?
He went left.
Oh, nice.
Inches away from my car.
Was he on the phone or was he on the phone?
My heart stopped and skipped a beat, of course. And I mean, it could have been disastrous. Had I been on the phone texting or talking, I probably would have been just distracted and not realized what was happening. And I would have plowed right into him. But then, I mean, and so that was the start of my day.
Oh, I'm glad I asked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. We have with us today Brad Cox, sales manager of Vector Security, serving Northeast PA residential and commercial services you provide. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Pat.
I hope your drive was better than mine.
My drive was...
uneventful?
Uneventful, but I just want to go back on what you were saying. You're married to Pat. Happily married, shall I say. And, you know, with your experience, you said, my car. So is that our car or
is that
your car?
No, that's our car.
My car.
Emphatic.
Yeah, that's our car.
Her car.
And it's
All
my
right.
bank account.
And all the cars I drive are her cars, so you know how that goes.
They're all my
They're
cars.
all your okay. They're all your
cars.
cars. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. where we talk real estate. We have a full-time real estate office with many exceptional realtors who've been guiding, assisting, and advising clients in real estate matters for over 50 years.
If you have any questions about anything we've talked about, send it to questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab. We have a beautiful HD camera up on the roof pointed right at the corners, and we get a lot of hits. We get thousands of hits every month on that camera.
Check us out on social media, view our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows, and view all the popular podcast apps that we feature this radio show on at jruddy.com, jruddy.com. Brad Cox, sales manager of Vector Security, providing residential and commercial services throughout Northeast PA. Tell me a little bit about Vector Security, please.
Well, Vector's been around more than 50 years, and we have experience specializing in the security and automation needs of, from a commercial standpoint, your automotive dealerships, commercial real estate, to education, university, schools, banking and financial services, healthcare, manufacturing and industrial, places of worship, restaurants, retail, and more.
Okay. So we're going to talk about security systems in the home for most of our discussion. And so we want to talk about, you know, the fact that security systems in today's day and age are
Essential.
needed.
Yes.
Very much needed, right? So
Yes.
what do you have to say about someone that wants to do it themselves, like a DIY project as compared to a professional?
Well, great question, Jackie. From a DIY standpoint, it's rather time-consuming for that particular person that wants to go ahead and do that. Also, is there monitoring that comes along with that? Is there any additional pricing that you're unaware of, those hidden charges that you might not know of? So I recommend, obviously, Vector Security because you're going to get top-notch level installation to top-notch award-winning monitoring services with Vector Security.
Well, security systems means, have a lot of different positive attributes. I mean, they provide peace of mind, obviously, deter break-ins, and offer remote monitoring these days, plus potential discounts on insurance.
Yes, you can get potential discounts on your insurance. You'd obviously have to talk to your insurance provider, but you just stated it. You're enjoying the convenience and peace of mind when controlling your smart business security system, your commercial and or residential, primary home, vacation home, or business, anytime and anywhere. A couple points that I wanted to make as well is what we actually do at Vector Security. When I say what we actually do, the products and services that we offer, because it's more than just residential. It's more than just commercial, Pat and Jackie. Look at it from your end of it with the real estate world, the MDUs, which is the multi-dwelling units. Have you ever had a property manager, I'm sure you have, that has called you up and there was a water leak, a low temp sensor? Well, wouldn't you like to have that peace of mind that we actually can monitor water detection and low temp sensors? We certainly do what we're known for, which is monitored intrusion. We have fire systems, access control. Are you familiar with access control? That's when you would have a key fob with you that allows you to enter a particular building. We've been touching on how far we've come from 1752, and it's amazing now that technology, you can actually have your smartphone in your pocket and wave your hand right in front of your access keypad panel, and it will actually let you into the building. That's how far we're coming with technology.
And you can have all different people, like my mother, my brother, say somebody dropping something off. You can have different codes for different people, right? So that who's
going in and out.
You
right?
can. You absolutely can from an access standpoint, but that's more so from the commercial standpoint. From the residential standpoint, it's nice to know that we have home automated smart door locks. So no keys to give out. That's where you can have your codes for each family member if you'd like to. And let's say that there's somebody that's coming to your home to fix something in the bathroom. You're getting something remodeled. So you have the construction workers there. It's nice to know that you can give them a separate code to enter the building. So just like access, it's quite impressive that we actually can also, when I say monitor, we have the behind the scenes where we can put in the codes for that particular company. So if someone calls up and they've been terminated, we can immediately lock them out so that there won't be any more access.
So we don't have to change the locks.
Right. You don't have to change locks and that expense that goes along with that. However, we would have to call you. I mean, as the person, the owner of the building, I wouldn't be able to just go in.
Yes, you would be able to do that yourself, Jackie.
Okay,
yes.
good.
From your phone, anywhere, anytime.
Right. Nice.
I like when if you're doing work on the house, I'm not comfortable giving out my key.
No.
Not at all.
Well, we build that system, Pat and Jackie, residentially or commercially. We build that system to tailor your needs. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's hitting your pain points as well, what your needs are. So this is an open dialogue. This is free consultation now that we can come in and actually help you design what is right for your home and your family, as well as commercially, what is right for that particular business.
So do you have to change the door? What do you have to do all of this?
Well, with that actual smart door lock, you're just changing the actual door knob itself, that would be cut out, and you would be putting in that home automated door lock in place of that.
Okay.
Everything's smart now.
Everything's smart.
Well, we had our system designed, and we have a lot of windows in the house. We got like 48 windows. It's a lot of windows. It's a big house. So instead of putting sensors on each window, what they did was they put a motion sensor in each room, like in the living room and the dining room, so we didn't have to have. So that's the way they did it. And in the basement, too.
Yeah, and commercially, we all know that you'll have big windows as well. It's great that we also have glass motion detectors, glass break sensors, where it can detect that vibration. If a brick was to come and hit that window, that you'd be alerted as well.
Hope I don't need that one.
Right. Well, no, that's a good point. Well, we think a bird flew into our window a couple years ago because one morning I went to the office and I saw we have these huge windows in the front, and I saw a little crack, and then I went away, and 15 minutes went out, and the crack grew, and it just kept growing. And within a half hour, it was the whole length of the window, and I was distraught because
Sure.
I didn't know what happened. It didn't look like anything like a brick or anything went through the window. It didn't look like someone came by with a pellet gun. You would notice that. So we really think that maybe a bird had flown into the window, and that just at a high speed, and then that's what happened.
We have a debate. It could have been the construction that the bank was doing next door also. So
Could have been. But it kind of was weird because that was completed. So,
okay.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, that would have been nice to been, if I received an alert, at least I would have known, to be looking at this.
The alerts are important because, we've been talking about smart security systems, right? And that's where we become, Pat and Jackie, is just that. We become smart with thermostats and lighting for energy management as well. That's a topic that we haven't really discussed. And when I say that, it's become so technology driven that when you're a mile away from home, it's the push of a button. It's actually just stating to Siri that you want to turn everything on. So when you pull up into your driveway, your garage door will be open. When you pull up into your driveway and go into the home, your lights will be on. That thermostat will already be at your desired temperature that you'd like it to be. Your lights are on. So it has become so smart driven with everything that we're doing with technology. I'm sure, has anyone gone through this where you leave the home, you're in a rush, and you're about a couple blocks down the street, you might be a mile away, and one of you
says, "Did I close the garage door?"
Pat, you're reading my mind.
I know because I lived this.
Isn't it nice to get an alert to know that garage door is still open?
Yes.
It
That would be very nice because I drive around the block often. But what about unplugging the iron and the curling iron?
Oh, we have to talk about this.
Does Vector Security Alerts do that?
Not yet, but we're working on it.
All right, okay.
We're going to talk about smoke detectors?
Oh, sure, yeah.
They also have smoke detectors. We have one on each floor that's tied into the central monitoring. So that's essential that you have a smoke detector. And there was no wiring. That one, is all wireless too. But also, if you're going to have a smoke detector, everybody should have a carbon monoxide detector.
Agreed, Pat.
Everybody should have
one by the furnace or on every floor?
One on every floor.
Okay.
Every floor, and put them in the hallway.
Furnace, boiler,
right, whatever. But because you never know. I mean, we have an instance. We know somebody who was working in this place and feeling sick, and
for months,
and she thought that there was mold. She says, "Oh, it's mold or something." Every time I go and I leave and I have a headache. And then she had the environmental company come in. It wasn't mold. It was carbon monoxide. She ended up in the hospital down on vacation at the Jersey Shore getting oxygen because she had been exposed to the carbon monoxide. Odorless, colorless, you have no idea.
Well, first off, I'm glad
And
that
it's deadly.
that she's okay. But it's important to also note that Vector does it the right way. So we do everything by code. We don't take any shortcuts just because of what you're saying. We don't want to have anybody come back with any type of legality. We do it by the books, and that's important to note with Vector Security. It's done by code.
Brad Cox, sales manager of Vector Security, offering and providing commercial and residential services throughout Northeast PA. How does someone get in touch with Vector Security, please?
They could visit our website at www.vectorsecurity.com or call our 800 number at 1-800-222-6565.
Thank you, Pat.
Yes, we have a beautiful 2-unit at 2035 Rigg Street in Dunmore for $269,000. This is an excellent opportunity for an investor, or you could live in 1 unit and have the rent pay the mortgage. This building, it has two-bedroom apartments that have been updated. It's got new plumbing, new windows, new electric, new washers and dryers. Each unit has its own private rear porch. They have walk-in closets. The first floor is updated with new engineered hardwood flooring, new tile bathrooms with the jacuzzi. And this is my favorite part. It's got a large remodeled 2-bay garage that's heated with a metal roof and stone. It's really, I would...
Forget about the garage.
Okay,
please.
I won't forget about the garage, but I
Please,
love the
just
garage. I have garage
Don't
envy.
forget about the security.
That's
Yeah,
right. You
there
need
you
security for the garage. That's a move-in ready 2-unit at 2035 Rigg Street in Dunmore for $269,000. And that's listed by Phoebe Keating of our office.
Thank you, Pat. It's time to appreciate our weekly sponsor, Eric Green's Outdoor Cleaning. Looking to power wash your outdoor space? Look no further than Green's Outdoor Cleaning. Their expert team specializes in power washing, gutter cleaning, it's that time of year, and window cleaning to leave your home looking spotless. Whether you're preparing for a special event or just need a seasonal refresh, they are there to help. With competitive pricing and exceptional customer service, Green's Outdoor Cleaning is a perfect choice for all of your outdoor cleaning needs. Contact Green's Outdoor Cleaning today to schedule your appointment and let them transform your space. Call 570-483-8855 or visit greensoutdoorcleaning.com. Pat, would you like to know some local statistics?
Of course I would.
All right. The Greater Scranton Board of Realtors multi-list statistics for single-family homes that have closed over the last 30 days. 29% paid cash.
That's a big number.
That's significant.
Yeah.
52% went with the conventional mortgage. 15.5% went FHA. So FHA is rebounding and coming back. We barely saw FHA and VA mortgages getting accepted during the COVID years. Now 2.1% were VA, closed VA.
Okay.
That's the Veterans Administration and, of course, the Federal Housing Administration loans. Those are the government-insured loans. Interesting news, correct?
Yes.
All right. Stay with the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be back after a very brief break. Are you ready to make your next move in the world of real estate? Look no further than Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, your trusted partner in buying and selling homes. If you're a homeowner looking to sell, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will ensure you get the best possible price in today's competitive market. And if you're in the market to buy your dream home, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will help you find the perfect place to call your own.
Congratulations.
We've adopted the popular saying, an educated consumer is our best customer. That's why since 2010, we've hosted the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate Saturdays at 11 a.m., Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker. Visit jready.com. That's JRUDDY.com or call 570-344-6724. Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, where dreams find their address. Thanks for listening to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor.
And we're back.
With Brad Cox, sales manager of Vector Security, provides commercial and residential services throughout Northeast PA. Thank you so much for your time with us last week and this week. We are enjoying our discussion with you. And before the break, we were talking about all the nifty things that we can do from our mobile devices or remotely with our security systems in place.
You know, your mother has it on her phone. And I walked into the kitchen the other night and I set the alarm off. And she says, "Oh, I have to turn the alarm off." But she pulls out her phone. I thought she was going to get up and go to the keypad. No, she goes to her phone and she turns it off from her phone.
Having that app really does make a difference. And with Vector Security, of course, it's a free app, so it's wonderful to be able to utilize the app.
I can't believe my 81-year-old mother-in-law is more tech savvy than me. I felt like a caveman when she was doing it.
But are there privacy and data security issues? Do you have to worry about
Getting hacked?
Right, getting hacked.
None that I'm aware of, Jackie. It seems to be very safe and secure.
All right, well, that's good to know because that's what I always think of.
Right.
You know, so we had the mission security technology guys on, and they often call them dumb devices.
Right. There was a lot of dumb devices. They were saying like the refrigerators were a dumb device. They were easy.
It's a portal into our lives.
Onto your network, yeah.
Into our network. So I was just curious as to how that is with these systems.
Yeah, none that I'm aware of. Again, it's all safe and secure.
All right. So at Vector Security, I'm sure false alarms are not something that you like to receive. So can we talk about the false alarms and, what your response is at Vector Security?
Sure. So false alarms, obviously, we still take as an alarm that could actually be happening.
Potential threat.
Potential threat, absolutely. So again, I'd like to talk about our award-winning alarm monitoring, where we can be at help at a moment's notice. The first thing that I would say is an audible alarm is triggered. It alerts occupants and or intruders of an emergency. And then the next step would be if it's an event-specific emergency signal, it's sent out to our monitoring center where operators are available 24/7. And what's great is they are Vector employees. We're not a third party where a lot of security companies out there have a third-party monitoring service. The center operator would then call you or a designated contact to verify the alarm. And if the alarm is real, the operator will dispatch the help immediately.
All right, so if we're away on an island, far, far away.
Oh, why are you talking like that?
All right.
That means you have to get in a plane. So
right.
you coming with me?
I haven't been on a plane since before COVID.
Okay, so we're on a plane far, far away.
Yeah, we're on a plane far, far away. You could daydream, right?
Yes, we can, yes.
So daydream. Mm-hmm. All right.
I will continue.
Yeah, okay. So you're far, far away from home. Your alarm is going off, and your neighbors are dealing with this delight. You don't have it on your phone because you don't have it on your phone.
Right, and you don't have cell service on this funky little island.
And right, so what do you do?
Well, you have backups as contacts, right?
Yes.
So having backups as contacts, we hope that someone would be able to enter the home, put that code into the keypad, and therefore help you with that situation that you're currently in so you can enjoy that peaceful, restful vacation that you've been yearning for.
Okay.
And,
all right.
And then if nobody answers, they'll dispatch the police. Is that the next
Yes.
step? Okay.
Yes.
And they'll make sure everything is secure, right? Okay. All right, good. And cost considerations. There's cost factors. I mean, obviously the install is one, and then the monitoring.
Yes, there's costs associated with obviously having security system, but the main one would be the monthly monitoring of having the products that you do have with Vector Security. That would be the cost, but it's very difficult to hone in on a specific amount because each design is different, whether
And
it's
can be
residential, tailored to your needs.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So that's what makes it difficult. We just don't have packages that are X amount of dollars. It's more so having that tailored to your needs, and therefore the cost would come out with your monthly monitoring.
But it could be very plain vanilla basic, or it could be very, very sophisticated and everything in between.
Absolutely, Jackie. We have residential customers that it might be a very small amount of what they purchase as far as equipment and a small amount, very little amount for monitoring, all the way up to one of our national accounts is Lowe's. Home improvement. So obviously, it can go from low to high. We have anything from a small business all the way up to a large business.
Do you guys, do you have contracts?
Yes, it is for 3 years. That's standard within the business, a 36-month agreement.
And how much? And are there warranties on the actual units that you put in?
Yes, for residential, what's great is when you sign that agreement, and your husband spoke about it before, which is that we would come out, we would help you with the maintenance, we would do the battery replacement, because that goes at the time you said, usually at 3 a.m, which we all don't want. So yes, we would certainly help you out with that situation that you're in.
Okay, great. Yeah, and our smoke detectors, the batteries go at that hour
Between
too.
2 and 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
it seems to be
I
like
just
the
think
time that's built into the equipment.
Yeah, I think some sicko on the other end does it on purpose. I don't think so. I mean, I really don't think
No,
so.
there's gremlins. That's right.
That's right. Okay, great stuff. Brad Cox, sales manager of Vector Security, providing commercial and residential services throughout Northeast PA. How does someone get in touch with Vector Security, please?
Jackie, they can get in touch with us by going to our website, www.vectorsecurity.com, or calling our 1-800 number at 1-800-222-6565.
Thank you so much for being here with us for 2 weeks. We really do appreciate it.
Pat, Jackie, it's been a pleasure. The pleasure's all mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pat.
Yes, we have a beautifully kept 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in West Scranton at 512 Emmett Street for only $135,000. This home, it's got new vinyl flooring, a modern kitchen with cherry cabinets. It's got tile floors in the kitchen. It has a large living room and dining room and a jacuzzi a jacuzzi tub on the second floor bath. It also has a large fenced-in private yard and low taxes of only $1,800 a year. That's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home at 512 Emmett Street in Scranton for only $135,000. And that's listed by Karen Kashuba of our office.
Before we close the show out, I'd like to say hello to Tracy Pope from Secure Abstract. Tracy listens to our show pretty faithfully, and I do appreciate that, Tracy. Keep listening, and always good and pleasure. It's always good to work with you. Pleasure to work with you. You always take care of us at Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate. Thanks for everything you do for us.
Now it's almost September 11th again. And on September 11th, 2001, I was a New York City fireman. But that day we were away. And thank God, because if we weren't away, I probably wouldn't be here. But my brother was killed on the job in 1989. So I think that there was a divine intervention there keeping me away. And all these years later, I think everybody's, to my son, it's just something that's in the history book. I get it's the way that Pearl Harbor was to me. On that day, we lost 343 firemen in New York City, and we continue to lose brothers from that day who were dying from all of these strange diseases and strange cancers from everything we were exposed to down there. I mean, I was put out of the job. I'm sick from the Trade Center, too, and it lingers over my head am I next? So we continue to pay the price for what happened on September 11th, and I hope nobody ever forgets that horrible day and what happened.
True. And there was so much patriotism right after that. Everybody had an American flag, and I drive around now and...
Right? Nobody was a Democrat or a Republican. Everybody was an American.
Yes. And if we can really...
recapture some of that, that would be a miracle.
Right. Because the discourse today is awful. Thanks for tuning in to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM, The Talker. We'll be back next Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m.